Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to Top Notes by A. My name is Amanda, and today I'm showing you fragrances that I wore last week. So if you guys are interested to find out which fragrances I wore last week, stay tuned. The first fragrance that I wore last week is PRADA La Femme. This fragrance I wore on Monday. I wore this fragrance Monday morning and then Monday night when I was going to bed. I love the white floral, the French Japani, bubble gummy tuberose. I love everything about the fragrance. A little bit vanillic. I love the big bee wax also in the fragrance. This fragrance is also a little green, and I think the greenness is coming from the vetiver in the fragrance. I move on, guys. So on Tuesday I wore this Tiziana Terenzi fragrance, Al Contrario. This fragrance is my first introduction to gourmand or gourmand leaning fragrances. I love everything about the fragrance. I wore this on Tuesday. It's sweet, it's woody, a little bit spicy, a little bit powdery, a little vanillic. It's very balsamic. Love everything about the fragrance. I love the fact that I was able to go back to this fragrance because I haven't used it in almost a year, and this particular fragrance was also on my February fragrance tray, and so I love the fact that I could use it, and I had such a blast on Tuesday wearing this fragrance. And also I wore this fragrance in the morning, but when I was going to bed Tuesday night, I did not wear any fragrance Tuesday night to bed, so I only used one fragrance for Tuesday. I move on, guys. We made it to Wednesday. So last week Wednesday I wore Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. This fragrance, very sweet, very caramel. It has apple. It's a very beautiful, well-performing fragrance. I'm so glad I got this fragrance in my collection. So yeah, Wednesday morning, this is the fragrance that I wore. Then for Wednesday night, I wore this fragrance by Kilian, and this is Good Girl Gone Bad. This fragrance, a little bit latonic, tuberose, very beautiful fragrance, a little bit powdery to my nose and on my skin. I love this fragrance, and I reach for it when I'm in doubt of what fragrance I want to wear. This is one of the fragrances that is like no-brainer, easy thinking, easy going fragrance that I pick up. So yeah, Wednesday night I wore this fragrance to bed. I move on. Thursday I wore this fragrance from Goutal, and this is TENUE de Soirée. And I wore this, and this is also from my February fragrance tray. So I wore this on Thursday. This has iris, it's woody, it's powdery, it has patchouli. Very long lasting, very beautiful fragrance. It performed very well in the cold weather. So glad that I put this on my February fragrance tray. And you know, it's girly. It's, even though the presentation is girly, I feel like this is a fragrance that, you know, my husband can easily pull it off. So glad that, you know, I put this on my February fragrance tray and I was able to wear it on Thursday. I move on. Friday came Lady Tuberose. Guys, bubble gummy tuberose, very beautiful fragrance from MYRRH&TONKA. Once again, this made it to my February fragrance tray, and I'm like in awe of the fact that I have been doing trays and I have been using the fragrances on the fragrance tray. The fragrances on the fragrance tray, when I do the fragrance tray, is helping me focus and then rotate through the fragrances that I have. If you have that much fragrance in your collection like I do, and I know there are people who have more than I do, but the last time I checked, I have over 200 bottles of fragrances. So for me to be able to do a fragrance tray and then focus on those fragrances so that I cycle through all my fragrances, it's amazing. So yeah, this Lady Tuberose came in handy on Friday, so I wore this fragrance on Friday and I had such a good fragrance day. This fragrance lasted very long. It performed. The sillage was like none other. It performed very, very well. So let's just round everything. Sillage, longevity, everything performed exceptionally well for me. So yeah, Lady Tuberose on Friday. Moving on. Guys, we made it to Saturday. So on Saturday, I wore Nishane Fan Your Flames. This fragrance has tonka bean, it has coconut, it has tobacco, it also has cedar, and I love everything about the fragrance. This to my nose and on my skin, it's a little bit insipid masculine, which I actually love on my skin. It has good sillage, it has good longevity, it performed very, very well on my skin. I didn't spray that much heavy, but you know, I would say I sprayed about maybe 6 or 7 sprays, and I sprayed like 2 sprays on my clothes, and it did very, very well. I had, once again on Saturday, I had such a good fragrance day the whole day. And when I say I wore this, I took my bath in the afternoon and I wore this, and I also took this to bed, and it did very, very well. It wasn't choking me when I went to bed. It did very well. So yeah, Nishane Fan Your Flames for Saturday. I move on. So guys, we made it to Sunday. Sunday, I wore Jo Malone MYRRH&TONKA. This fragrance is very beautiful. It performs very well during the cold weather on my skin. It has vanilla. It has, of course, tonka bean and vanilla. So did I say it has vanilla? It has lavender in the opening, and then it has tonka bean and vanilla in the base, and also almond. This fragrance, let me tell you, when I say Jo Malone MYRRH&TONKA, it's that girl for me. It's one of those girls for me. Well, it's ambery, it's vanillic, aromatic, a little bit spicy, a little bit almondy, very beautiful fragrance. So yeah, Sunday morning I wore Jo Malone MYRRH&TONKA. Then Sunday night, when I was going to bed, I did a combination of Swiss Arabian Casablanca and Zedge of Lyra. I've been meaning to do this combination, and I did it, and it was so sweet, so vanillic, a little bit fruity. It was a good fragrance night on Sunday, which was yesterday. It was such a good fragrance night Sunday. So yeah, I did the combination. Guys, if you have watched this so far and you like what you see, these are the fragrances that I used for last week, from Monday to yesterday, which was Sunday, and today is Monday. So yeah, these are my fragrances that I used for last week. Some of them are from the fragrance tray for February, and some of them are from my collection. So yeah, these are the fragrances that I use for the week. And until I see you on another video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.